My name is Matthew Wollin. I'm a fourth year student in the Entrepreneurial Leadership program. I went on exchange during my second year to the University of Regensburg in Regensburg, Germany. So I was staying in Regensburg, Germany, and that's just above Munich, so about an hour and a half outside of Munich. That's a smaller town in Bavaria, and the classic thing to do in the summertime is to have a barbecue by the river. That's what all the young people are doing, and that's there's a real strong sense of community there. And it's the kind of thing that if you come in and you're just walking through the city and you're hitting all the checkpoints and you go to the classic tourist sites, you don't get to have these opportunities. So one of the exciting things for myself and all the exchange students was we got to participate in these fun barbecues, and everyone would bring down a charcoal barbecue. We'd pick up some sausages or some meat from the grocery store, and then we would head down to the river and grill and drink beer, because you can drink beer in public there. So we'd be drinking beer, grilling during the summer, swimming in the river, and it's just this incredible moment where you're out in public, you're surrounded by all these people you don't know. Some, of course, you do know, your friends from exchange, and you're enjoying this atmosphere that's just very unique to that specific place. I think maybe another great example of that is the classic, like the food restaurants or the those special areas that you wouldn't really know if you were just passing by. They're the discreet places that don't have a flashy sign, or they've got a menu that's in German. It's not in your language, so it's not a place you would go. But you get dragged to these places and you end up having the greatest ice cream or the best food that you've experienced. So it's that insider knowledge, and the appreciation comes from being in a place for a longer period of time, and you're able to find these little hidden treasures that you wouldn't necessarily find if you're just passing through. I think something that was really meaningful for me, it's something that I really valued in my exchange, was I purchased a bike. And that bike was like my freedom, because most students were always waiting for the bus, and I was really big into cycling here, and it was just the perfect opportunity during the summertime to just get on my bike and I could ride anywhere. And there's one particular area, it was a farm field that was maybe 5 or 10 minutes outside of the city, and in Germany it's these small little cities, and they're surrounded by farm fields or by natural land, and then it's a very condensed city. So I would ride just outside of the city, and you would catch the most amazing sunsets over the river every night, and that was something that was really unique to my experience. Not a lot of students had a bike or had the opportunity to do that, so I was able to get away and have some time to just reflect on this crazy experience. When you're on exchange, the time just goes by so quickly, and my 6 months flew by. So it was awesome to have the opportunity to just relax, enjoy the sunset, maybe by myself or bring a friend with me, and just have that moment to slow down and say, wow, this is such a cool opportunity that I'm getting to experience and I'm getting to enjoy. I think the nostalgia comes from like cobblestone streets and buildings that are 2 stories high. Everywhere in Europe they have the smaller cities. They're a little bit more manageable, they're more personal, there's people out in the streets. So anytime I'm in an environment that is more engaging, there's people in the streets, there's people walking around, maybe some cobblestone, that old school feel, that's always so nostalgic, and I always get excited because it's like, oh, it's like Europe again. And just to have people always out, people in public, people engaging, that's something that's very European, and anytime I can enjoy that back at home, or anytime I recognize it back at home, I'm instantly reminded back to the experience in Europe and the social engagement that happened in the streets and in these back alleys of Europe and of Germany. In Regensburg, Germany, they have this event, and it's called My Dolt, and it's the Oktoberfest of this particular area. And what's great about it is tourists don't know about it. So it's all locals, it's all classic Germans drinking in their lederhosen and their Dirndl. It's this like woman's dress. So it's so traditional, it's so classic. These big beer tents, and everyone's got 1 liter Steins. It's the only size beverage you're allowed to purchase. So it's either 1 liter of beer or no beer. So everyone's got these 1 liter jugs and they're drinking and they're dancing on the tables, and Germans are notoriously bad dancers. So it's super fun to watch them, and they're all standing on the table singing, and it's just a wild experience, like something that you've never seen before, especially at the My Dope, because it's all locals and it's incredible to be there and watch and witness this like absurd thing that you've never ever thought you would see. So it's quite surreal.